From Studio 3 at Buzz TV, it's The Horse's Mouth with Tom McManus.
All right, welcome into another edition of The Horse's Mouth on CW17. Hope you had a great week out there in Jacksonville. We got a heck of a show lined up for you this week. My good friend and former NFL veteran and teammate Jeff Lageman is here. Ancient City Beer is here. And Fort Rivers Smokehouse. It's a great day to be alive right here on The Horse's Mouth with Tom McManus on CW17. We'll be right back.
What makes the Tom Busch Family Dealership so special?
It's because we treat our customers like family.
Tom Busch Mini has really treated me well. Anytime I have an issue, I always know that there's somebody there that's going to be able to handle it. Everybody remembers me, and I like that.
If you have a Mini, you are a part of a family and you hang together. Go wash your car while we're at it.
They'll wash my car, and I just feel very comfortable.
We invite you to join our growing family.
Visit one of our 7 locations today and experience the Tom Busch difference.
All right, welcome back to The Horse's Mouth here on CW17. As promised, my good friend joins me now at the bar. Tommy Max, 10-year NFL veteran, former first-round pick, one of the analysts for the Jags. It's Jeff Lageman here on The Horse's Mouth. Loggy, good to have you, man.
What's up, old teammate?
Let's go lefty, man. I know you're all beat up, recovering from shoulder surgery, but thanks for coming on, and welcome to Tommy Max, man.
This is great. I mean, anytime I can come on TV and drink beer, I'm good.
That's right. It's a good thing.
Yeah.
It's a good thing. You know, I've been thinking about how I wanted this conversation to go. And I got to wonder, Log, so, you know, a lot of us, we miss the game, right? You always feel like you're kind of part of it, but you miss the game. You're very involved in the game. You're very involved with the Jags and the organization day to day. You know the players, you watch film. I know you're knee deep in it. Does it help fill the void that you're part of the game still?
It does. But you know what, Tommy? What was the most intense feeling you had? Was it pregame, national anthem, because you knew it was getting ready to start?
Yeah.
I mean, that was the moment for me.
Yeah.
And I still get that feeling every game.
Yeah.
But then it just kind of wanes away and it doesn't increase. You know, when we played, okay, that was the beginning. You knew it was getting ready to start.
Yep.
The national anthem, take great pride in your country. And then after that, it was time to smash some heads.
That's right.
And smashing heads was fun. But then all of a sudden now the national anthem starts and then, you know, sometimes the energy is still high. But then it just kind of it doesn't happen. So does it fulfill it? Yeah, to some degree it does, because you know I'm still involved and still watch the game.
Yep.
But does it replace that feeling of being, you know, one of those guys that just, you know, suits it up and does everything for your teammates? No, nothing can replace that.
I liked when we were in the hallway before we took the tunnel. We all just kind of, nobody said really anything.
It was quiet.
Just looked at each other like it's time to fight. Like we're going out there and fist fight. I miss that.
When you watch all those movies, you know, the Gladiators or 300, you know.
Yeah,
I mean, you like those movies.
Oh, yeah,
right?
love them.
Heck,
You're kidding me? Love them.
I mean, that's what it's like.
Yeah.
I mean, who doesn't want to be a gladiator?
That's
you know?
right.
And heck, well, I'm 50. How old are you now?
Yeah, 40, almost 8. Yeah.
Okay, you know, our gladiator days are gone.
Yeah, to a certain degree. Small spaces.
No.
In a phone booth,
maybe.
No. In a phone booth.
It's gone. It's gone.
It's gone. You played in an era that I wish I would have spent some time in, because the late 80s and early 90s just seemed like a bunch of vagabonds, renegades. You were with the New York Jets. You told me stories about the old-time Jets with Klecko and those guys, and Gastineau and all those guys. But that must have been a pretty, different time.
Yeah, it was different. You know, I think the league really changed about 89, 90. You know, so when I came in the league, you still kind of had, you know, what I call the league of old.
Yeah.
You know, where you had guys that, I mean, there was no year-round football. You know, it was, you got together at one mini camp, and then after that, everybody departed to go all parts of the country. Then you came back together for training camp.
Right.
You know, it all started when Jimmy Johnson came into the league in 1989 and changed the way the NFL did business with the Dallas Cowboys, because he had great success. Well, prior to that, which was my first year in the league, guys did whatever they wanted to do in the offseason. They came together for a mini camp, and that was one big party.
Yep.
And those guys, they played hard and they played hard.
That's
You know what I mean?
Right.
On the field and off the field.
Right.
You know,
North Dallas 40.
Yeah. So I mean, all those stories are true. I mean, there were stories, and I'm not going to name names, of guys that were on my team back in in '88 and '89. Yeah. to where, Fridays, after practice or short day, go home, take a nap, and then meet at the bar, and then go all night, and then just go to the facility and sleep at the facility, wake up, go to meetings, go over to the hotel, team hotel across the river, over to New Jersey, go back to sleep, wake up, and, and take supplements game day morning and play football. That's the way it used to be.
That's right. It wasn't as regulated, too. With social media and video, you can't do like you used to be able to do, right? Which is a good thing, I guess.
A good thing, because a lot of those guys probably regret doing that, and it didn't help their bodies out a whole lot, and it probably didn't help out their minds a whole lot either.
Yeah. Well, in the late '90s, I went out too, so I never slept at the facility. For the record, all right, I never did any of that.
You had a pretty good reputation.
Yeah. But you know what? I'll never forget. Before we go to break, I don't know if you remember this. It was either my first or second year. You're this big time veteran. I'm coming off the street. And I remember you pulling me inside. It was in the weight room. I think it was in the morning. And you said, "Hey, everyone knows you're going out, but you come to work every day.
That's right.
Don't get in any trouble."
That's right.
And I said, "No problem, Jeff." I didn't get in trouble, for the record.
I also do remember one story about a young Tom McManus where we were in Stevens Point, Wisconsin.
Yeah.
And you probably don't remember this, but we had to weigh in every day.
I do remember
this.
You
remember this, okay? And the reason we had weigh-ins was because they wanted to monitor any kind of water loss, heat exhaustion, danger, et cetera. And you were lying at your weigh-ins.
I was.
You were lying at your weigh-ins because you were worried that if you were losing too much weight and they found out, that they would cut you and send you walking.
That's right.
And I told you, look, man, you got to write down what you really weigh because it's a health concern. And you started writing it down anyway.
I lost in that camp 20 pounds. It was crazy.
You were 15, 20 pounds down, but you were lying on your weigh-in sheet. You were writing it down and you still weighed 240. I'm like, man, you can't do that.
You weighed 240. But the good thing is I got these incredible chocolate shakes that I got to drink anytime I want. Remember those protein shakes?
Yeah, I love those things. We had all kinds of and that's I tell you what, that's one of the ways the league has changed now. It's become so scientific with workouts and what you're eating, nutrition, and that's a great thing. That's why you see athletes doing things nowadays that they couldn't do, back when we played.
That's right. That's right. Well, let's get into now's team, all right? Because it's a very exciting time to be a Jacksonville Jaguar and a Jacksonville Jaguar fan. Jeff Lageman here with me on the Horse's Mouth on CW17. All right, welcome back to the Horse's Mouth here on CW17. Here with my good friend and former teammate, Jeff Lageman. Ancient City Beers here, Logs. They've kind enough to bring some of their product.
I know it very well.
Yeah, I know you do. I do. The Pale Ale, I like it.
This is my favorite, the IPA.
Yeah, it's nice. Yeah. Absolutely. Great having them here.
Are we allowed to drink beer on your
show?
You
can. Yeah, you can almost cuss, but not quite. I've been told to, kind of tone it down.
Give me a few more of these, I will.
You may. So you were always a guy that was a tough guy. You always have been on the field and off. I mean, that's.
I don't want to claim as I'm not.
You let other people claim
tough guy. Yeah, you want to call me one out?
Yeah, okay. you let other people call you that. There's no doubt about that. I mean, and I don't mean just physically. I meant emotionally, mentally. I mean, I think that era and that kind of player, including when I was coming up. I mean, that's just how we were born to play the game. But you look at today's team, they're tough. You can tell, man. Not just physical, because they're all incredible. The defense,
they're good.
So gifted,
really
right?
Good.
So gifted. It's so much fun to watch. But they have that mental and emotional toughness. You can see it. They got the swag. They back it up. But I think they're tough all around. You agree?
Really confident.
Yeah,
and
should be.
And let me just add this real quick. Anybody that plays professional football, anybody that's done it, anybody that's currently doing it now is a tough guy.
Yeah.
Because it's not an easy game to play.
That's right. It's not.
But the Jaguars' defense, what they have today, I mean, it's really special. I mean, if you were trying to sit there and go, okay, let me rank which guys are the best players on this defense, you'd have a hard time trying to figure out 6 or 7 guys, to say, okay, we're going to have a draft. Which one are we going to take? I mean, Jalen Ramsey is probably the first guy out of the box. And the reason why is because I think he's the one who sets that tempo
Yep.
and has that edge and has given them a swagger.
Yep.
And having players like that, very unique. You know,
Yep.
you kind of walk a fine line with a player like that. You know, they can be great, and they also can be very bad if things aren't going well.
That's right.
But I think he's a phenomenal player, and he's really good for this team. But I mean, Yannick Ngakoue, I watch him because I'm a pass rusher.
Yep. Yep.
Great hips.
Yep.
I mean, when people say, "What do you mean by great hips?" He can bend a corner from angles that I could never do physically.
Right.
Dante Fowler's considered an afterthought and was a top 5 pick,
Yep.
you know, in his defense, but he's still a great player.
Yep.
Calais Campbell, 6'8", 300 pounds,
top of the
and
food
is long,
chain.
and he pass rushes like a barge in the river, okay?
Yeah,
you know,
right.
and some little boat's trying to stop him, a John boat. I mean, that's the
Right.
offensive line. They can't stop him. He's so strong.
Yep.
Malik Jackson,
Yep.
you know,
Yep.
$90 million guy. I mean, they got so many good players.
Yep.
Telvin Smith,
Telvin.
Miles Jack, fast guys. I mean, don't you wish you had that speed when
Oh,
you played?
Miles is special as a
Oh my God!
linebacker.
Yeah, not,
He is
I
special.
think he's a special linebacker, but I think Telvin Smith is the one that's really special.
No doubt.
He's 215 pounds when he's soaking wet.
Yeah.
He probably cheats on weigh-in to get to 215.
Yeah, right.
But he's playing, linebacker with 330-pound offensive linemen.
Yep.
And he's not a liability against the run. How does that work?
Yeah, right.
It's crazy, but it's fun to watch.
Look, the kids, they got great instincts, which you have to have as a backer. They can run like crazy. I could never run like they could run like crazy. And they love to hit. They're not finesse players. They're physical players.
Telvin Smith is a legitimate 4-4 guy. Legitimate 4-4 speed guy. Miles Jack is probably low 4.5s.
Yeah.
Which those are two of the fastest linebackers in the game today. Yeah. But I think the most important thing with that defense, they love the game.
Yeah.
They love the game. And they love the game so much that it does not matter what their offense is doing. They never point fingers and go, "Why aren't they helping us?"
That's right.
They take control of games and say, "We're going to win it ourselves. If we got to score, they score." I mean. How many defenses in the league can score like they do, like they did last year?
Yep.
I don't think there's any.
Every time they were playing in a game last year, they could be down. I would say to myself, this defense has a chance to score, and it changes the outcome.
Well, I mean, how many times?
And they did it.
How many times at the beginning of last year did you go, "This game is over because the offense can't score any points"?
That's right.
And you thought the Jaguars were going to lose.
Yep.
And then all of a sudden, the Jaguars defense scores themselves.
Yeah.
I mean, they're that good, and it's a special thing. And in today's day and age of a salary cap, things like that don't last very long. So you got to enjoy it while you got it.
It must be fun being Todd Wash, being a defensive coordinator with all that talent, because you can get creative as all get out.
Well, and I think a lot of people think that you can get creative, but I think when you have talent like that.
Yep.
It gives you the ability to not have to be creative.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Because the whole goal is to stop the run and pressure the quarterback.
That's right. That's right.
Well, stopping the run, you can do that.
You can.
Now you got to pressure the quarterback. Yeah. Well, the creative part. Well, we got pass rushers.
Get there with 4. You don't have to be creative.
4 guys. You're not trying to be creative and invent some new blitz every week.
Play man, rush the 4.
Play man and rush 4.
There you go.
And you win all day long.
That's a luxury.
That's a total luxury. But to be able to play the game and simplify the game because you have so much talent, there's not many teams that can do that.
I agree.
And the Jaguars have that talent, they can do that.
That's so much fun. I'm so excited for this here in many years to come.
Me and you would probably have a very hard time getting any play time.
Even getting on the field, no doubt. I'd be like field goal block. Maybe. All right, more to come here on The Horse's Mouth with Jeff Lageman. Greg Tuttle from Ancient City Beer's going to join us at the bar. Coming up next here on CW 17.
What makes the Tom Bush Family Dealership so special?
It's because we treat our customers like family.
Knowing that you're being taken care of genuinely, and you can tell.
We make sure everyone gets what they need, and we try to make it fun.
Once you're in a CX-9, that's it. You're just destined to own one of those for the rest of your life. So.
And you're happy.
Oh, extremely.
We invite you to join our growing family.
Visit one of our 7 locations today and experience the Tom Bush difference.
All right, welcome back to Tommy Mac's Bar here on The Horse's Mouth on CW17. Jeff Lageman's here and our good friend Greg Tuttle from Ancient City Brewing Company. Greg, great to have you at the bar, man.
Thanks for having me.
Lagerman and I are drinking your IPA, and I have to say, we like it very much.
Thank you.
Yummy.
Yeah, it's a good beer. We're selling a lot of it all over North Florida.
Are these tough beers? Because we're talking toughness today on this show. So we got some tough beers.
We're talking how we used to be tough.
That's right.
These are easy drinking beers.
Yeah, that's right. Well, we'll get into that a little bit later on. Logs, you look at this team. We know Coughlin's made an impact. We know that, but I don't think Marrone gets enough credit for. I've had a couple of conversations with him. I like his demeanor. I like what he brings as a coach. He seems no nonsense. He seems like, look, we're just going to get it done.
He's a Bronx guy. I mean,
that's right.
He's a New York guy. Yeah. So yeah, he's no nonsense, which totally fits the mold of his boss, which is Tom Coughlin.
Right.
And I think that Dave Caldwell has done a great job at assembling talent. So I mean, so now you have three perfect guys for their role. Mm-hmm. And I don't know if you took any one of them out of that equation and let them try to survive on their own, would they be great? Would they have great success? Probably not. Yeah. So but Doug's done a great job. He is. What I love about him is he tells it like it is.
Yeah.
And I think as a player, you want to play for somebody that tells you like it is, and I think he's appreciated for that.
Yeah, former offensive lineman, obviously knows how to play the position, knows how important that O-line is. How do you like or not like the offensive line going into 2018?
Well, I like it. I mean, they've got two guys in the middle that are very good, Norwell and Linder, who was already here. Norwell, obviously, they spent a ton of money on, which, he was worth it. That's what his market value was in free agency. Cam Robinson, he loves the game, and I love him. I love his competitive spirit. I think A.J. can get better than what he's been, and I think he will be better. And then I think Parnell is a really good football player at right tackle that's going to have some competition with some rookies. So good football players, and I think as Leonard Fournette gets better, because I think that he does need to get better.
Yeah, he does.
Because I watched his college film, and we saw glimpses of what he had, the greatness at LSU.
Okay.
We saw only glimpses of that in his rookie year.
Right.
And I think we'll see more.
Consistency's everything.
Yeah, and also health. I mean, he's got to get healthier. He's got the foot ankle things that bothered him this past year. And, and if he can shake that, and show what he is, I think he's a generational back.
What do you think about Bortles? So I like him, and I'll tell you why I like him. I think he's got a ton of grit.
Tough guy. Yeah, grit. I mean, look. Is he going to wow everybody? Is he the prettiest girl at Ancient City Brewing Company's bar? No. Okay, but he's tough and he's gritty and he can play football and something to be said for that.
I think he's a gamer.
Well, he's a gamer, but here's the other thing. A couple years ago when he came in as a rookie, he used to be able to throw those what I call drop in the bucket passes, and they were a thing of beauty.
Right.
And it was word high arcing, right on the money. And then that kind of went away. Well, people forget that he was on the injury report for 2 years in a row, every week with this wrist thing, and he just had it fixed.
That's right.
So what can he do after having the wrist fixed? I don't know, but I'm thinking that he can take even another step up.
I think so too. Yeah. I like the second round pick they added, 6'3", DJ Chark.
DJ Chark.
Chark, 6'3",
DJ
runs a
Chark
4.3
Jr.
Wow.
Can take the top off of a defense. LSU guy wore number 7, which is given to only special athletes at LSU, which Fournette wore when he was there. I think he's so now you have Keelan Cole, who can stretch a defense.
That's right.
And DJ Chark that can stretch a defense. So if you're a defensive coordinator, if these two young guys can be consistent, which is always hard for young guys, and Blake Bortles can find that drop in the bucket pass, that's going to stress defenses.
No doubt about it. It's going to be fun to watch. I'll tell you, this year's going to be fun. Before we wrap up real quick, people want to know, how do you work with Tony Baselli week in and week out? Man? How do you and Bo get to get along? You seem to get along pretty good out here.
We actually get along really well.
I say that in jest.
Yeah, we really do. We get along well, and we have a lot of fun. And here's the thing: the joking around that we had in the locker room hasn't stopped.
Right.
It still goes on. We give each other grief all the time.
That's funny.
So he is a lot of fun to work with, and it's nice because he gives more of an offensive line perspective, and I give the right perspective.
That's right. All the athletes play on defense.
That's right. The smart guy. That's right.
Yeah, that's right. All right, we're going to come here with Jeff Lagerman and, of course, Greg Tuttle from Ancient City Brewing right here on the Horse's Mouth on CW 17. All right, welcome back to the Horse's Mouth here on CW17 with Jeff Lageman and Greg Tuttle from Ancient City Brewing. Greg, we've all known each other a long time. You've always been an entrepreneur. You always seem to make things happen, man. You always seem to make things work. How did you get started with the brewery, man? And congrats on all the success. It's really awesome to see.
Thank you. I appreciate that. The brewery story is really a 3 or 4 beer story.
Yeah.
It might take a little while, but I was presented with an opportunity through a friend, and my family's been in the beer business, and I just dove in head first.
Yeah. You know, the tagline of the show is where sports meets business meets life. Everything you go through as an athlete, you go through in business. You go through in life, right? You know, so whether you played sports or not, you still, the same principles apply, right? If you're going to be successful, the same principles apply. You got to, I'm assuming, because you're still successful with your outdoor radio show and everything you do at the Jags, you still have those principles on a daily basis.
Oh yeah, those carry with you no matter what you do.
Yeah.
You know, and so.
What's number one for you, Log? What's the number one principle you took from being an athlete to today?
Yeah, it's hard work. I mean, that's what it's all about.
Grinding,
hard work, and and the great thing is that what I'm involved in now is obviously football. Yep. What I call fishing,
hunting,
and hunting.
Spitting.
No
spitting. You don't spit.
Don't do that anymore.
Whoa!
Yeah. Good for you.
Cheers to that.
And, thank you.
All right.
Thank you.
That's worth cheering.
And then the other thing is farming. I grow trees up in Georgia. I've got a tree farm, and Greg's been up there, and we've turkey hunted before, and he gave me one of the best turkey hunting stories ever.
Yeah.
We'll have to actually come back.
Let's do it. Yeah, I like that.
That's a good one.
Or off air. That's cool. Either way.
So I'm very blessed. I'm very fortunate to be involved in passions.
Yeah.
And that's what life is all about.
Yeah, no doubt. So look, we all love Jacksonville, right? What do you love most about it?
We're just talking about passions.
Yeah.
I mean, I get to accomplish and be involved in the passions
of the city
that I love, and this city. I think the passions that I love,
the
passions are all what are some of the great attributes of this city.
Yeah.
I mean, the football team.
Yep.
Okay, first off, and then second of all, the outdoor opportunities that you have.
Yep.
And the friendships that we've all made in Jacksonville. I mean,
the people here.
Yeah,
the
people in Jacksonville. They're here for a reason, and we're here for a reason.
That's right.
Okay, and there's a certain likeness amongst all of us that makes us be here in Jacksonville, and you can't get that in some other city.
Right. All right. Aside from Ancient City Brewing Company, right, and aside from going to those 2 bars, where do you like to hang out?
Well,
what's your favorite restaurant?
Ancient City Brewing Company. No, I like a lot of places. You know what?
That's one thing we failed about. The food here is incredible.
Well, here's the thing. What ex-ball players? What did we like to do, and what do we like to do?
That's right.
We like to eat.
Eat and drink beer.
I mean, so I like good food. So I mean, if you're trying to find me on a Friday or Saturday night, beer in my hand, and I'm eating somewhere.
Yeah, no doubt.
Bearded Pig, or that's not too far, from where we are. I mean, places like that, and I might end up at a restaurant down in St. Augustine and eating, and then all of a sudden end up at his place.
That's right.
Beer,
that's happened.
That's
right. Yeah, many times too. Right. So that's what it's about.
No doubt. Well, you're about to have some good food. Four Rivers Smokehouse is here,
good.
So I know you like that barbecue.
I love barbecue.
Lox, appreciate you coming on.
Yeah,
man.
Thank you, Tom.
It's good times. Lefty.
Yeah, lefty. Exactly.
Hope you heal quick.
Yeah, thank you.
All right, more to come here on the Horse's Mouth with Tom McManus. We're at Tommy Mac's Bar on CW17. All right, welcome back to the Horse's Mouth here on CW17. Thanks to Jeff Lageman for stopping by. Tommy Mac's, man. I love that guy, man. We've always been pretty tight, and he's just a good overall dude. Here with 2 other good overall dudes. Greg Tuttle, of course, from Ancient City Beer, and Frankie from Four Rivers Smokehouse, one of the favorite barbecue joints right here in Jacksonville. Frankie, welcome to the bar, man.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
How you doing?
Good.
Do you have Ancient City Beer at Four Rivers?
Not yet. We're just talking about
that. Yeah, I think
we might make it happen.
Yeah, we'll put that together, Greg.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, you're everywhere now, man. I mean, it's got to feel so good when you think of something. Now, it's not just you, right? You got a team that helps you.
For sure.
It's including your beautiful wife and family, Annie and the kids back at home. But it's got to feel really good. You come up with a concept, you work at it, and you see the light. You see it growing. You see it taking off. That's got to make you feel really good.
It does, and it starts at home. You know, you know Annie well, and she's been extremely supportive through another entrepreneur.
I know. Yeah.
endeavor.
Yeah.
But yeah, you're right. We've done well. It's our 3-year anniversary is tomorrow.
Oh, right.
And St. Augustine, we started there. Obviously, that's where we are, and we've tried to blanket the city. We've moved into Gainesville. We've moved down into Daytona. We're all the way to New Smyrna now, and we also have beer in Jacksonville. So yeah, it's exciting. We've done good. I got a great staff. One of my best friends is my GM and outside sales manager, which makes things very easy. A couple great taproom managers. 2 brewers. I have 2 brewers that went to school at CIA in New York.
Wow!
And did internships at Brooklyn Brewing.
Okay.
So they're just studs.
Top of the line.
Yeah, studs. Yeah. So it's like I said, it starts at home. Then you assemble the staff, and the people around you are so important. And I'm blessed to have who I have.
Yeah, so that's fantastic.
Yeah, it's nice.
Well, you talk about Four Rivers, Frankie, and you just talk about quality, just awesome barbecue. You guys do it right every single time. How do you guys get it done?
Just on a daily basis, it's talking about staff, it's our staff as well. We've had a lot of people that have been with us since the beginning. So we're coming up on 5 years in June.
Are you really?
Yeah, for
That's
our store.
Fantastic. That's right. And it does start. Both of you run it starts from the top, and you got to make sure that every level gets it, right? Your managers get it, or your VPs get it, then your managers get it, then your employees get it. Everybody understands what's at stake and what's expected of them. Daily basis?
Daily basis.
Absolutely.
Yep. Every single day.
And you brought some food, so we're going to chow down.
Oh, yeah.
What do you got for us? Got some brisket?
Got some really good brisket.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You guys are known for that, which is fantastic.
Brisket and red ale, baby.
Yeah. Those go together. Beer and food just go together.
They do.
What the heck? You got to, no matter what you're eating, you always got to have something to wash it down with.
There you go.
Yeah, I'm very impressed with the IPA, man. That's fantastic.
Thanks, buddy.
All right. Great to have you on. And Frankie, thanks for coming on.
Yeah,
We're going to eat some
you're
food
welcome.
after the show. We'll have additional footage, too, with Four Rivers Smokehouse on the iwantabuzz.com website, so stay tuned for that. We're going to wrap up this week's show. Coming up next from Tommy Max on the Horse's Mouth on CW17. All right, what a great show we had here this week on the Horse's Mouth. Jeff Lageman, I tell you what, that guy tells it like it is, a legend with the Jags in the National Football League. Greg Tuttle from Ancient City Brewing. Four Rivers Smokehouse was here. Man, we ate the brisket off air. It was absolutely incredible. I want to thank all of my guests this week. I want to thank one of our new sponsors, Tom Bush, BMW, and family of dealerships, been friends of mine forever. Great to have them here on the show and as a sponsor. All right, that'll do it for us here on the Horse's Mouth. You stay cool out there, Jacksonville, and be safe. We'll see you next time right here on CW17.